Nation of Fitin10, welcome to day 3 of the challenge, and a lot of you have sent in your food journals, and this is awesome. For those of you who have not, just start doing it. Even if you didn't have a good day, even if you're estimating, send it in to me. I will give you some feedback. I'm not going to be super critical during this first week. I am going to be critical. I'm going to give feedback to each and every one of you. But there'll be parts of your food, just FYI, there's going to be things in your food journal that I'm not even going to mention because I just don't want to go there yet. Okay, so I'm just telling you that because in the future you might be like, well, you didn't tell me that before, and I just don't want to, I want to keep things as basic and as easy, and we'll go through sort of a point of prioritization as we move through the weeks, okay? Now, that's not to say that I don't want you to worry about not getting close to your macros. Of course, I want you to, but this is all a learning experience for most of you. I say most of you because some of you are, doing the challenge for a second, third, perhaps even a fourth time. One thing I want to talk about here today, before I get into anything else, is a couple things that will help you to improve your protein intake. Especially when you have I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 people I'd say in the challenge who are either vegetarian or vegan. If you are vegan, actually, no, both of these actually aren't going to help you. But I can talk about vegan options in a second here. Some things to help improve your protein intake. Adding in a whey or a beef. I have beef protein as well. Or you could do plant-based. I have plant-based protein as well, which is mainly pea protein, I believe, in terms of its main protein source. These are going to help you tremendously, okay? This is going to help you tremendously. If you have 2 scoops of this in your day, you're going to get close to 60 grams of protein added to your diet, okay? Even just 1 scoop, right? 30 grams is going to be a huge amount of protein added to your diet. So this is helpful. I'm not really huge on these types of things in your diet. That is, I don't want you to make up the bulk of your diet with something like this, but adding in a little bit, I mean, this is considered a supplement, right? Not a main aspect of your diet. Okay, so again, this will be very, very helpful. This is what I use. I actually use the beef and the whey personally, and I both. I mean, I carry it, so I have it all open. And this is a really, really good brand. I'll talk about more how to choose a protein powder, but if this means anything to you guys, this protein powder is close to 90% pure, okay, which is very, very high. And it's a whey protein isolate, this one in particular. Also, I carry a really good bar. In my opinion, this is the #1 bar on the market. I'm highly critical of bars. Most bars on the market, I think, are garbage. These are a pretty decent bar. And I say decent because they're better than any other bar I've seen on the market. Let me just say that. Okay. In terms of ingredients, we're talking about real whole foods for the most part. Oats, whey isolate, honey, peanut butter, cranberries, sesame seeds, sunflower seeds, etc. Okay, so really, really good bar. This has whey protein in it, so if you're vegetarian, no problem. If you're vegan, maybe not so great. If you are vegan, I do have, as I mentioned, a plant-based protein powder for you if you're interested. But I really like this brand. It is a Canadian brand. It is pharmaceutical grade, okay? That I'll talk about why that's important in the future, but it's pharmaceutical grade, and I really, really stand behind it. I also carry another line called Magnum. They're very, very good as well. They are, most of their products are made in a pharmaceutical factory, so again, they have to abide by pharmaceutical standards, and this is great for ensuring label claim, okay? Accuracy of actually what's in the product versus what the label says. Okay, so what else did I want to talk about today? Okay, so just some examples of things that are in your food journals, which I'm going to try to get you to stay away from. Again, we want to stick with real whole foods. So here's some examples of foods that maybe you think might be real whole foods, but generally speaking, these are not. Granola bars, okay? Granola bars are not really a real whole food, okay? Unless maybe there could be some sort of exception with this, but if you're just buying your standard granola bar off the shelf, no. I mean, there's no granola bar is actually a real whole food, but you could probably find something out there that's very basic in terms of ingredient list, all right? Flavored yogurt, stay away from the flavored yogurts. Plain yogurt and add fruit to it, okay? Greek yogurt is even better because it's more protein dense. When you list things like, somebody listed a pad thai, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I didn't even know what it was. Actually, I had to look it up. When you list something that's just got a conglomeration of ingredients in there, I want to know what you put in it. Okay, when you made it, because you should be making it. Should not be made, or maybe somebody else made it and they have all the ingredients and then the breakdown of it. Okay, so just be careful with that. Protein bars, as I mentioned, be careful with these. Some people are having pure protein bars. Not really the best bars, to be honest with you. Okay, again, go with something like an ISO bar, or I don't carry these, but you can buy them at Costco, RX bars. Okay, they're really good as well. Again, crackers and breads, please be careful with these. I would suggest just asking me, if you think you have a good cracker or a bread, just ask me about it and I'll take a look at it. Really what I want you to do more than anything is look at the ingredients. Just check out the ingredients, and ultimately this isn't always the case, but generally we want something with a short ingredient list. Okay, generally speaking. The shorter the better when it comes to pre-made foods. If you're having something like a quinoa salad, all right, like for example, Costco sells a quinoa salad, be very, very careful with this. There's lots of additives in there that aren't so great. All right, jams, be careful with these as well. Okay, a lot of jams are, their first or second ingredient is sugar, which means that the product itself is mainly sugar. Okay, mainly processed or added sugar, I should say. Okay, it's fine to have some sugar from your diet if it's just coming from real whole fruit. Real whole fruit is, the carbohydrates in there are basically just pure sugar for the most part, depending on the fruit. Okay, obviously avocado is going to be a little bit different. A green banana is going to be different than a ripe banana, etc. But for the most part, most fruit are going to be sugar, and that's fine. To be honest with you, all carbohydrates, starch or otherwise, okay, putting fiber aside. So whether you're having starch or you're having simple sugar, and I'll talk about this in the future, ultimately it's all sugar at the end of the day. Starch just breaks down to sugar. This doesn't mean it's bad. This is just what all carbohydrate, again, putting fiber aside, this is what all carbohydrates are. The most important thing here is, what are we getting in that food in addition to the sugar, right? So if we have an apple, we are getting fiber, we are getting some antioxidants, we're getting vitamins and minerals, this type of thing. So again, think real whole foods, right? If you can pick it, pull it, harvest it, kill it, basically, that's basically the rule I follow, okay, for real whole foods. Okay, 9 minutes, and that's way too long, and I didn't even get to everything I wanted to say here. Okay, just one other thing. Toast with butter. Okay, I'm not going to pick on people if they're writing toast with butter, but again, how much butter exactly? All right, what kind of bread did you use? Be very, very specific. When it comes to meats, okay, steak, list the type of cut of steak. Not all steak is the same. All right, obviously, eye-round steak is going to be a lot different than ribeye. Okay, so be careful with that. All right, message of the day. And this brings up another point, actually, that I didn't talk about, which I want to talk about. You don't have to be extreme to achieve results. You just have to be consistent. Okay, consistent with the right things, of course. Exercise prescription, food intake. Okay, this is what's really important. It's about being it's about being even keel, okay? It's about being moderate with something over time. That's what it's about, okay? A lot of you, I'm seeing food intake, which is very, very low. Carbs are very, very low. Overall calories are very low. This is not sustainable. You will not sustain this. You will have periods. You just will. I can guarantee it's just going to happen. You're going to have periods where if you keep doing this, you're going to get very, very hungry, and then you're going to have a couple days, or at least one day, where you are going to really, really want to splurge, okay? So it's about a happy medium, not extremes, not excessive amount of calories, okay? If you're trying to gain weight, it wouldn't be about excessive amount of calories. Okay, just like losing weight is not about an excessive low amount of calories. It's about a happy medium. You have to think long term. What is sustainable over time? Slow and steady wins the race, okay? Positive energy, positive vibes. Believe in yourself, and for the love of God, give some gratitude. There's so much more I want to say here, but it's 11 minutes, so I vow to make these videos shorter. All right, we'll talk to you all soon. See you guys.